Hey guys, Salvia3 here, and today we're gonna be playing some World Box. If you don't know what World Box is, it's essentially a bit like a very sandbox type of RPG that really doesn't follow any sort of path of linear challenge in any way like a lot of them do, and you really can just create our own little cities and watch them grow and stuff. It's quite fun, so I decided to play it today for you all. And without further ado, I suppose we'll get to building a world. Alright guys, after a couple tries, I think I finally got something that I like. I think this will be our world. Now the first thing we're gonna do is try to divide up the map so we have a bit of continents, if you will. Alright guys, so I've divided up a bit of the map, so we have a couple of continents, and now I will continue by adding, different biomes to each of the areas, which will, give a bit of diversity to the map later in the game. Alright guys, I've finished the biome adding in the game. I tried to make it kind of, geographically accurate, but then I got to this point and I just went all over the place, adding like mushroom biome right next to an arid biome and that right next to a savanna biome, but it's whatever. Now the next thing we're gonna do is essentially just add the humans. Sometimes it's actually wise to wait till the world settles in a bit before adding the humans, but I feel like, not waiting this time. Now, in Worldbox, there are 4 different races you can add to your world. Often you only need 1, but we have a very large world today, so I'm gonna need, people to fill each category. I think I'm also gonna leave some of these areas, unused for later, so they can expand. Alright guys, so at this point, we have gotten a few cities at the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and run through these before they start expanding a lot more and making it more difficult to keep track of them. Down on in this area we have Arcara, Royal Han Had. I don't feel that bad pronouncing these because they're basically just procedurally generated. And then there's Arrows of Era. I like this one more because these are just stupid names. And the orcs have created Axe of Korod. At least their town is, pronounceable. And then the Elm 127, or the Kingdom of M. No L, just M. And then up here, the dwarves have created the Great Bedum. Alright guys, at this point, the empires seem to have spread out quite a bit. I'm not even gonna try counting all the cities at this point. I'm just gonna say there's a lot. The Arrows of Eora is still here, but it's not as large as the other ones. The largest one currently seems to be, the largest owned land seems to be the Royal Emnion, and no one has built any sort of way to get to these islands yet. Which is kind of interesting. But it's the year 35. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out where that was, but yep, it's the year 35. And we're just living in the age of hope until we can get everything to industrialize well. And then we're gonna start some wars, because a great part of this game is just being able to execute, destruction. I'm starting to see more and more of these little red marker points. I think this means they're making decrees or some sort of law type decisions. Some of them I have a feeling have to do with war, so if they start a war on their own, that would be interesting. Alright, so as I assumed, we finally have some war going on between countries, or kingdoms if you will. Holy Bai is it appears to be attacking the Rybic kingdom, and the Mulbic kingdom is attacking the Elk kingdom. Since the humans are already starting war, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hold a bit of an event. Instead of having a mass war, I'm going to try try separating a bit of the wheat from the chaff, if you will, by forcing each continent into wars with one another, just to see, just to try seeing what wins. All right, so every like city within each continent should be at war with one another. Between the like waterways, they're still like not at war, but all these kingdoms inside each of these areas are at war with one another. Just to like try, seeing who is, the strongest. And also, another interesting thing is a lot of them are crossing over on areas where they've claimed, splitted kingdoms, which is quite interesting if you think about it. And let the games begin. It appears a lot of the wars are ending quickly. At this time, a lot of the nations are quite vulnerable due to, their primitive settlements. So that's another reason a lot of like them are being instantly separated. These two nations keep on going back and forth from fighting to not fighting. I set it up very poorly where like this person's at the war with this person, so this person has the war with this person, so like it's just like a line that keeps going further. So that might be one of the reasons it's taking so long for everyone to like end their wars, because it's just a confusing set of boundaries. Finally landed on into this area, and now they're starting to build a settlement here. Somehow the Mabuk Kingdom managed to go, they actually managed to go all the way from like here, down through this river, over here, through here, all the way until they got to this part of the map, which is quite amazing due to how I structured it. Kingdom Rusio is apparently settling down in this on this continent. The Royal Mera Kingdom is settling down over here in this small swampland biome. The Kingdom of Rybik has began taking southern. The Kingdom of Spears Nur has been claiming this area. So we got humans right here, and then we got like not Nords, dwarves right here. So that'll be interesting to see what unfolds. A bit more north, we have another dwarvish kingdom right there. And these people seem to be very excited to expand, because you can see right here they're already at this continent as well. Well, this seems to be the only war that's occurring now, so I think these battles have slowed down quite a bit. Now that we've separated a bit of wheat from the chaff, if you will, not to repeat myself too often, I'm going to try giving a bit of prosperity to the land. To do this, I will continue by adding, just loading down each area with mini resources. Alright guys, so I may have went a bit overboard here, but as you can see, I just put a bit of stuff all over the place. Granted, a lot of it does have a bit of organization. I added gold to like the more like desert biomes, then added mithrite here since this is mostly held by dwarves. Because this is like the largest continent, I thought I would just like go ahead and give it like a really low tier, a bit of low tier ore, just to keep everything stable. Then I added some more. I think I added silver to gave the elves silver, gave the orcs ammonite, just because I'm kind of investing in the chaos. This is all covered with like a bunch of rocks, so like you'll have to like go very far before you can get to anything. Also, I believe the stones actually help them upgrade their cities faster, so that'll be interesting to watch. Well, it appears that the Kingdom of Rybik has become the most successful so far. I haven't been like showing this, but you actually can go into the details of every city. So like you can go into here and then view the king. As we can see, he has a iron sword, a copper, his armor. It's a lot like, it reminds me of a lot like I don't know if it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but like similar to some other sort of like heavily expansive elements in design. I can't think of a very good word for it, but if you know what I'm talking about, I'll save myself from stuttering anymore trying to invent new words. And the king has two traits. We can also at any time start like rain down certain traits to give to the people of each area, but I've been trying to avoid that for now until later, just to give a bit more, equal, balance to the whole world, or the whole, world. It's a world because it's a world box. Seems that the Kingdom of Rusio has just decided to give up on trying to hold ground in this area, in this continent, and has moved over into the jungle biome. Likely due to the massive amounts of ore deposits that are, plaguing the land at the moment. The spheres of Noir, the dwarves are much more dominating this continent. Mu-Gogar shields have almost completely taken over this area that's filled with gold. The EL people have almost taken over this area, and the Kingdom of Mubuk is still placed over here as well. It's quite interesting to go through each city. Like, each of them have their own procedurally generated like lores and ethics and everything. Air and armor we live, forged by Siphos. Hold my nature, with wings and balance. In prosperity we trust. We are one in the shadows. Alright, they've already won me over. I hope these win. With destiny and duty. With finger we attack. Safety and integrity. Guided by health. Guided by vigilance. Swords for food, bound by roots. We love tea, guided by destiny, determined by wealth. And of course, we cannot forget balance brings integrity. So while I was watching everything unfold, I was thinking, potentially we could try another challenge before we just execute, all out complete war. I think I'm gonna try testing everyone's abilities once more. I think that in the jungle biomes and the swamp biomes, actually I think in the jungle biomes, we're gonna add like a bunch of crocodiles. And whichever lives will, it'll put their strength to the test. I'm just gonna go with some snakes. Just gonna put lots of venomous snakes in this area. And we'll put a bunch of bears. Just have half the continent be filled to the brim with bears. I suppose we'll go with a rhino. I'm just gonna add some wolves. And then finally, we're just gonna add a bunch of hyenas. Well, good luck, Antodium Kingdom. Alright, all the chaos have been placed upon the land. Let's see how everyone deals with this. Yes. Glad we have managed to create the world box equivalent to Florida. Oh dear. Yeah. So I think the elves are much more equipped to be dealing with crocodiles. And I forgot that crocodiles can swim. And now the crocodiles may or may not be plaguing the entire Earth. Don't worry, we have a bunch of bears to fight them. Well, we have like 3 races of elves, 1 race of orcs, and one orc race. Everything is dead. I managed to kill everything. I'll wipe out half of this entire Earth with crocodiles. But yeah, I guess I'll leave it here. Tell me what we should, if you would like, tell me what we should do next. Is there a way to, get the people we still have to, survive out this horrible plague of, chaos, of, nature in their path? Or, should we just go full chaos and add more stuff to the game and just hope it, works itself out? How much longer do you think these two races will win, and which one do you believe would pull through to be the best? let me know. Without further ado, it's been Albio3. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.